Hey everyone, so I am back. This is an update on my Imperialdramon EX3 deck. So I haven't actually played this deck yet physically, but I have built it on Tabletop Simulator. I have actually used it, and I think that's pretty good. Um, I do notice that it has some weaknesses, weaknesses that you should be um, wary about just in case you use this deck. So it's not that great against Melga. So Garurumon has battle protection effects. So, for example, when you finally Digivolve into Dragon Mode, and then you delete all of their Digimon except for one, they can choose to save their Melga. And then if you go into Imperialdramon Fighter Mode, attempt to attack into it with Piercing, they can just save the Melga. And then the Piercing does not go through because no Digimon's deleted. So you're pushed into a situation where attacking Melga is not great. Melgarurumon is not great. So you just attack their security instead, but then they still have the Metal Garurumon that can probably finish you off next turn. So if you're playing against Melgarurumon, it's pretty tough. If you're playing against Armor Purge, then the same thing. You can attempt to delete all of their Digimon except for one, and then they save like an Armor Purge or a Magnamon X antibody, and then the same thing happens. You can attack it, but then because it's Armor Purging or with Magnamon X antibody's effect, it just prevents its own deletion. Then you don't get the piercing. So you have to attack their security. But of course, if they have the Magnamon X antibody, it just makes sense that they would redirect your attack into it anyways. So then it would nullify your piercing. You don't get the security checks in. If you so happened to return this to the bottom of your deck, then that's useless because you don't get any checks in. So I would say that Melgarurumon and Magnamon X antibody are probably this deck's main weaknesses. But I have changed this deck considerably. So I want to go through it. So I took out the Labramons. The Labramons were not useful. They, on play, draw one, trash one, but it's not that great. With so many drawing and trashing effects already in the deck, Labramon does very little, especially in the beginning when you want to build up momentum. So this Gabumon is just amazing. Inheritable, trigger, draw 2, trash 1 when this is deleted. This is just really good. I also wanted to include a playset of Stardeck 6 Gabumon. I had considered this before, but after testing the deck out, it's much more evident just how badly you want to build momentum at the beginning of the game. So just getting one of your two Gabumons onto your Digi-Egg will really help a lot. Of course, this Gabumon is preferred, but in case you don't get this Gabumon that lets you draw 2, trash 1, when deleted, then you can just get this Gabumon. When attacking, draw 1, trash 1. It's not as good, but it's still probably the next best rookie that you can Digivolve onto your Digi-Egg. I took away one Vmon and one Wormmon. They weren't really that helpful, because they are still pretty good, but I wanted to make more spacing for just more Gabumons. Just having more Gabumons will really help you get so much momentum that I'm playing a full playset of BT2 Gabumon, full playset of Stardeck 6 Gabumon. So I had to make some space, so I took away one of each. They are not that essential for the deck. They have good effects. For the Vmon, trash 1 Imperialdramon or free card in your hand to draw 2, which is okay. It helps with bricking, but because you already have trashing effects, then you aren't really reliant that much on the Vmon. It is useful, but not useful enough to be a full playset. Wormmon is pretty good early game if you want to get specific cards into your trash, or even mid game when you're just looking for that final piece and then you just want to hopefully get it into your hand or trash it. So this is pretty good mid game, the Wormmon. The Vmon is pretty good early game or mid game, more so than the Wormmon. The Pagumon is much better than the Demi-Meramon. So Demi-Meramon, on deletion, draw 1, trash 1, which sounds good, but because I did increase the amount of Gabumons in my deck, I don't really need the Demi-Meramon's draw 1, trash 1. So the Gabumon, Eismon, Sky Mode, and the Vmon can take care of trashing specific cards in my hand already. And most likely, if your stack is something like Eismon, Sky Mode, Gabumon, Demi-Meramon, you're going to use the Demi-Meramon's effect last anyways. So with the Eismon, you can trash cards in your hand anyways, and then Gabumon, you can trash cards in your hand anyways. Then when you finally get to Demi-Meramon, you've either already trashed the cards that you need to trash, or with Demi-Meramon, you draw 1, and then that's the card that you want to trash, and then you trash that one. But if you have Pagumon, then you can just trash 2 cards from the top of your deck anyways. So instead of draw 1, trash 1, it's trash top 2. So there is more randomization in this, but because you are relying on Gabumon, Eismon, Sky Mode, and Vmon for drawing and trashing from your hand, then you really don't need the Demi-Meramon. It's just much better to build up early game momentum. And, you know, if you trash 2 instead of 1, even if it's random, it's going to help you get 1 card deeper into your deck. So it could be the missing Flamedramon or Shadedramon that you need in your trash, or missing Imperialdramon or Dino Beamon that you need. Or even if you don't trash any of these 4 cards, you are still 1 card deeper into drawing the next card that you're missing. So this Pagumon is just much better than Demi-Meramon in my build, because I have so many trash from hand effects already. The Demi-Meramon seems not as essential. The Pagumon really helps to kickstart that momentum, getting you 1 more card in your trash, getting you 1 more card deeper in your deck. So this is just better. So I kept the Flamedramon as at 4, Shadedramon at 4, because you still want to draw into them. You want to see them as often as you can. So either you're seeing them so they can trash them, or just directly trashing, or just getting them into your hand so you can Digivolve off of a Gabumon if you don't have the Eismon. It's pretty good to just run 4 ofs. So these are unchanged. Eismon, Sky Mode, the champion that you want to Digivolve into early game so you can draw 3, trash 2. So this is, again, a 4 of, because you want to see this very frequently, especially early game. Imperialdramon, Dino Beamon, same thing. You want to see them frequently. Dragon Mode, Fire Mode, same thing. You want to see them frequently. So all these are just 4 ofs. I've seen some people run Fighter Mode as a 3 of. I think that Fighter Mode as a 4 of is better. Because for me, it's better that I get the Fighter Mode when I need the Fighter Mode. So even if I get 2 Fighter Modes in hand, it's not a big deal. I can just play Vmon and then trash 1 of them, draw 2. So it doesn't hurt to play more Fighter Modes, especially if I want the Fighter Mode and I draw something else that I don't really need. Same thing for the Taikamiyas. I'm playing 4, but I only really need the 1. You only need 1 at a time out on the field, but just in case you accidentally trash it with Pagumon, or you put it at the bottom of your deck with Wormmon, or even with Purple Memory Boost, like, you can lose Taikamiyas. So just getting 4 Taikamiyas helps you in the way that you can get 1 out when you need one. So you don't really need the 4. when you're playing it, but playing 4 does help with consistency in getting the tie that you need. And the purple memory boost, I had considered different cards to put in. So I actually took out the 2 Hero Amanokawas from BT8, and I took out the 2 Agunimons that just hybrid for game. But I put in these 4 purple memory boosts. I found that with testing, the Agunimon kind of bricked in my hand. So, I mean, I can evolve it from Vmon, but there's no purpose in evolving Vmon into Agunimon. So realistically, Agunimon would only ever digivolve over Taikamiya. That's like for the final rush swing out of nowhere that you need. But I don't think that the Agunimon's worth it. It just bricks in the hand. If you draw into it early and then you aren't finished setting up yet, then the Agunimon is not helpful. So I took away the Agunimon. The Hero Manakawa, same thing. Because in my earlier build, it was important to go to 3 memory. So then you can consistently play Vmon or Wormmon and still keep your turn. Or you can digivolve it to Aizumon Scare Mode on your second turn and then still be able to attack with it. The Hero Manakawa, the memory setting to 3 in this deck is not that important. I took away the Hero Manakawas, and then at first I was playing Darkness Wave. So I tried out Darkness Wave because it sounded good to me. So main effect, trash the top 3 cards of your deck. Then if you have a yellow Digimon play, return 1 yellow or purple Digimon from your trash to your hand. Then security, just activate the main effect. So I was just playing this because when I was experimenting and testing this deck out, I was like, sometimes I brick my hand. Like I have I just digivolved Gabumon over Pagumon for 0, and then still my first turn I have Flamedramon or Imperialdramon or these in my hand that I don't want to play right away. So my hand is just full of cards I don't really want to play. So I was like, I don't want to give them 8 memory or 5 memory. Let's just give them 1 memory with Darkness Wave. And then the thing with Darkness Wave is it's good for trashing cards from your deck, but it takes up a card slot. So once you play it, you don't get any card advantage. So you can be left with like a hand of like 3 cards or a hand of 2 cards. It's pretty rough, honestly. It's not that great because once you play it, you just lose a card slot, and then okay, now your hand of 4 becomes a hand of 3, and that's not good. Really not good. So I decided to go with Purple Memory Boost. Purple Memory Boost is much better. So on certain situations when you don't really have a much better play, then you can just play a Purple Memory Boost, search for missing pieces that you might need, and then the next turn you can just get a refund of 2 memory. So I mean, essentially this thing costs you 1 memory to search for a Digimon. Like, you do get like the 2 memory refund later on. I think that this is just better. So if you start your turn at 3 and then you play a rookie, and then now you're at 0, you don't want to play another rookie. Just in case your opponent can delete your rookies, you just want 1 out pretty much. So just playing this Purple Memory Boost, if they have a memory setter, just gives you advantage in searching through your deck, and then also next turn or any subsequent turn, you can just pop this to gain 2 memory. So this is very good. A very good play with Purple Memory Boost is if, for example, you have first turn Pagumon out, you hatch a Pagumon, you digivolve into a Gabumon, and then you have a Flamedramon or Shadramon, but you don't really want to digivolve into them, or you don't have any level 4s actually. You just play Purple Memory Boost, and then hopefully next turn you get an Aizumon Scare Mode. So it can help you search very early on for Eismon if you need an Eismon and you don't have one. Or mid-game, if you're just missing a Imperialdramon, Dino Beamon, Dragon Mode, Fighter Mode, or Shadramon, they can just easily search for it. So this is pretty good early game for getting Eismon Scary Mode, mid-game for getting your missing Imperialdramon pieces. It cannot search for Flamedramon, but it can search for many other cards in your deck, so it's so worthwhile to use. So Vmon, Flamedramon, it can't search for those, but you can search for so many other cards. So Purple Memory Boost is actually useful. I'm playing 4 of, just because, you know, kind of consistency. Just so then if you go first and you don't get the Eismon and you have a Purple Memory Boost, then you can just easily play the Purple Memory Boost. Something to be of caution that I didn't really think about when I was playing. I had a Vmon in my hand. I had a Pagumon in my raising area. I had no other Digimon out. So I ended up Digivolving Pagumon into Vmon. And then now that got rid of my purple source. And because I only have a red source now, and I have no other Digimon out, then I can't play Purple Memory Boost. So that is something to be cautious about. So if you do want to play Purple Memory Boost, be mindful that your only Digimon on the field or in raising is not Vmon or Flamedramon. So if you only have one Digi-Egg, then it might be better for you to play Purple Memory Boost before Digivolving into Vmon, for example. But yeah, this deck is pretty good. I think that I like this build. I still have not played it at my locals. I still have to build it. But through testing on Digimon, on Tabletop Simulator, it's pretty good, honestly. But yeah, again, the main weaknesses of this deck are Melgarurumon and Magnamon X Antibody. Those are the main weaknesses. It also has weaknesses against Armor Purge in general, but not as much as Melgarurumon that can just stay on the board, or as much as Magnamon X Antibody that just does not allow you to pierce, and then they even recover. But yeah, this deck is pretty fun. I like it. It does not brick a lot. Like, there's so little bricking. You very often have a rookie in your hand, so even if you don't have the Gabumons, you might have a Vmon or Wormmon. So just Digivolving into a rookie turn 1 is very important. If you need the Eismon, they can just play Purple Memory Boost. If you are lucky and then you go second, and then you don't have the Gabumons, but you have enough memory to play Purple Memory Boost, you can just hatch the egg, Purple Memory Boost, hopefully get a Gabumon, Digivolve Gabumon onto your egg, and then that also helps to kickstart the combo. But yeah, this deck is my most consistent variant of the Imperialdramon EX3 line. If there are some glaring issues that I find out later on, I will sub some cards out, but I'm very happy with this build. Also, a little bit off topic, but I'm so happy that I finally got my custom Dragon Shield sleeves. So I have I've been killing slimes for 300 years, which when I think about this, I think about purple. So I'm playing my Pagumons in this sleeve. And then I'm playing my Imperialdramon deck in Beast Tamer sleeves, because it feels thematic to me. I'm just showing off some of my cards while I'm still building the deck. I don't have any EX3 cards yet. I also need to pick up 3 more Purple Memory Boosts alt arts. I just have the 1. And then I just need to pick up 3 more Taikamiyas. But yeah, very kind of off topic, but I just want to show you my custom sleeves, the swag that I will bring to locals once I built this deck. But yeah, thank you for watching my update. This is probably update part 1. I will go over this deck again after I built the deck, and I can actually show the cards out. So yeah, thank you for watching my update part 1.